This video will be showing you how to make the new TORA logo. To start, let me ungroup the four letters, and you can see we now have the T, the O, the R, and the A. So let's do the T first. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to select the square from primitives on the top left, and then you're going to place that square at negative 765, 0, with a size of 0.8x and 1.63y, no spin, and a skew of 0.34. Almost every vinyl is going to have that same skew, so I'm not going to mention it again unless it's different. The T, the top bar, will be placed at x negative 716.5, y 122, with a x thickness of 2.9 and a y thickness of 0.64. Again, the same skew. So that's our T, and we'll group that up. Now let's take a look at the O. First thing again is going to be that square in the primitives. And we're going to place that at negative 272x, 122y, with an x size of 2.75 and a y size of 0.64. Now the next vinyl we're going to use is also located in the primitives on the second row on the right side. It's going to be this quarter circle. And our first corner circle is going to be placed at negative 463.5, y 143.5, with a size of negative 0.36, negative 0.3, and a skew of 0.33. Now we did that to make everything line up nicely in the corner. Our next part is going to be the opposite top corner in the O. You can see it flashing. And that'll be placed at negative 68, positive 143.5, with a size of 0.33x, negative 0.3y, and a skew of 0.33. Next part is going to be our left side vertical bar of the O, and that'll be negative 473x, 32.5 positive y, with a size of 0.8, 1.44, and a skew of 0.34. Now to the right vertical bar, negative 136x, negative 32.5y, with the same dimensions as before and the same skew. Now our bottom bar is going to be x negative 334, y negative 63, with a y of 2.75, or x of 2.75, and a y of 0.64, with a 0.34 skew. Now the bottom left is going to be that same corner circle, x negative 539, y negative 81.5, with an x size of negative 0.37, positive 0.3y, with a 0.34 skew. And now our bottom right corner of the O is going to be negative 144.5x, negative 81.5y, with a size of 0.33x, 0.35y, and a 0.34 skew. So that's our O, and we'll group this back up now. Now moving on to the R. Our top bar is going to be pretty much the same as in the O, as is the two corner pieces, so you can probably just copy those over. But the x coordinate is 211.5 with the y coordinate of 122. The x is 2.75, the y is 0.64, and the 0.34 skew. And we'll look at the top left corner now, the half circle. 20, 143.5, negative 0.36, negative 0.3, and a 0.33 skew. Now our top right corner, it's going to be negative 415.5x, 143.5y, 0.33x size with negative 0.3y, and a 0.33 skew. Now our left vertical part of the R, it's going to be at x 2.5, y 10.5, with a size of x 0.8, y 1.79, and a 0.34 skew. Now we're going to do the right side vertical component of the R, x 356, y 55.5, x size 0.8, 1.08y, 0.34 skew. Now we'll do the center part of the R, and that's going to be located at 211.5x, negative 11y, 1.75 by 0.62 for size, with our 0.34 skew again. Now here's the first part of the tail of the R. It's going to be located at 299.5x, negative 112.5y, with a size of 0.94 and 1.03. And then the skew is going to be 0.98 for this part. It's very important that you make sure the distinction between this and the next part is what it's meant to be. And now for the other part of the tail, it's going to be located at 249x and negative 111y. And then the x component is going to be 0.25, with the y component 1.03. And the skew is going to be 1.06. So we want the top of the tail to be a little bit fatter than the bottom. Now this square is just to fill in a little gap, and that's going to be placed at 297.5 and negative 40.5, with a size of 0.25 for both, and no skew. And now for the last part of the R, another quarter circle, and that's going to go at x 344.5 and y negative 35.5, with a size of 0.49 by 0.34 and a 0.34 skew. So that's our R done. And now let's move over to the A. And the A also shares a lot of similarities with the O and the R. So you can probably copy those again just to make it easier. So our top piece is going to go at 694.5 and 122. The size is going to be 2.75 by 0.64 with a 0.34 skew. Our top left corner is going to be 503 and 143.5, negative 0.36, negative 0.3, with a 0.33 skew. Our top right corner is going to be 898.5 and 143.5. The size is going to be 0.33 and negative 0.3, with a 0.33 skew. Now for our vertical support of the A, this should be the same size as the R, so it's going to be 486.5 and 10.5, and then for the size, it's going to be 0.8 and 1.79, with a 0.34 skew. Now our right side of the A is going to be placed at 823.5 and 10.5, with the same size as the left part, 0.8 and 1.79, with a 0.34 skew. And all that's left now is the center part of the A, which is a little bit thinner than the top, and that's going to be 643.5 and negative 8, with a size of 2.75x and 0.58y, with 0.34 skew. And now we're going to group this back up, and those are grouped together. Now the only thing left to do is to make sure that you have your T, your O, and your A the same color gray. And you can get that gray by simply going to one of the default gray colors. It's the third one down on the left side. And then go to your R and make that a nice bright red. You can see I have mine right here, and it's 011. And there's your R. And that is how you make the new TORA 2019 logo.